Jamaica surpasses road fatalities recorded for a corresponding period in 2024. More people have been killed in road crashes so far this year compared to the same period last year. As of yesterday, there were 213 road fatalities, two more than the corresponding period in 2024. Two of the latest road fatalities occurred in Portland and St. Catherine on Friday. In the Portland incident, two motorcyclists died from injuries they sustained in a three-vehicle collision along the Snow Hill Main Road, while in St. Catherine, a motorcyclist died from injuries sustained in a two-vehicle collision along Magazine Lane, and a pedestrian died along Hellshire Main Road in the vicinity of Greater Portmore Entrance. Vice Chairman of the National Road Safety Council, Dr. Jones, says the increase in road deaths is a cause for concern. He noted that while there are still fewer motorcyclist deaths than last year, the difference between the 2 years is narrowing.
But the worst part of it is that with 213 persons dead on our roads for 2025, we have now exceeded the number of fatalities for last year for the first time. This is extremely worrying and should be of concern for the entire nation. It means that if we're not careful, we're heading back to the situation where possibly over 400 persons may die this year, which would be an absolute disaster. This means also that the healthy reduction we have had in motorcyclist fatalities for 2025 is now significantly narrowed. So for this year, 58 motorcyclists have died now compared to 67 last year. And the gap between last year and this year formerly was quite significant. It's now narrowed. And in that context, 40 pedestrians have now died compared to 42 last year. So we're not doing well. I will go back to the important issue of sanctions. That unless we make sanctions swift and certain, that people understand that when they leave their homes, if they break the law by speeding, and speeding again was a factor in the number of persons who died yesterday, we're going to have trouble. And we're not yet down into October, November, December, when in the pre-Christmas period, traditionally, a lot of people die. We need to stop this madness on our roads now.
Owen Gray, trailblazing ska singer, died at 86. Owen Gray, the ska singer, who helped introduce Jamaican music to the United Kingdom, died on Sunday at age 86. His daughter, Antoinette Gray, confirmed his passing. She did not disclose a cause of death but told reporters her father suffered a stroke 4 years ago and was diagnosed with lung cancer in 2019. She remembers her father as a jokester who was an entertainer not just on stage. Born in St. Mary, Gray moved to Kingston in his teen years and began his career singing in clubs. Patricia, a song he recorded in 1960, is widely acknowledged as the first release for Islands Record. Gray also recorded for producer Clement Dodd at Studio One, where he mentored a teenage singer from Clarendon named Millie Small, who had a global hit with My Boy Lollipop in 1964. 2 years earlier, he moved to the United Kingdom as part of a massive West Indian migration to that country. In 2023, Owen Gray was awarded the Order of Distinction by Jamaica's government for his contribution to the country's music. Ill health prevented him from coming to Kingston to collect his badge, but in April last year, Gray received the Office Class OD during a ceremony at the Jamaica High Commission in London. I have been in music for 65 years, and I have to say, this is one of the biggest things to happen to me. I'm really grateful, he told reporters. Anthony Clips Richards, Gray's friend for over 50 years, attended that event. He said the national honor was a high point of his life. It gave him such a lift. He recovered from the stroke because he was so determined to accept the award himself at the High Commission, Richards noted. Along with Small, Laurel, Jimmy, Dandy, Tony, and Jimmy Cliff, Gray was part of a vibrant Jamaican music colony in the United Kingdom during the 1960s. In the 1980s, he enjoyed a career revival after collaborating with Richards to record several well-received reggae albums that introduced him to new fans in South America. Owen Gray is survived by many children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, and two sisters. Breaking the mold, PNP's Burchell pushes back against patriarchal politics. Nikisha Burchell, the PNP representative caretaker for St. James South, is challenging long-held ideas about what a politician should look like and, more importantly, what leadership should sound and act like. Reflecting on her political journey, Birchall said that while appearance continues to influence voters' perception, especially for women, it is time to move past outdated expectations rooted in patriarchy and aesthetic about ability. When I launched my campaign for St. James South, the first feedback I received wasn't about my plan for roads, water, school, or land titling. It was about my body, said Birchall. Not my record, not my qualifications, not the fact that I have studied at the University of the West Indies and London School of Economics, but my hips, my lips, my clothes, my curves, my image, she continued. Noting that Jamaican politics remain a man's world, Birchall said women are expected to minimize their femininity to be taken seriously. I also know what it feels like to be targeted by people who can't handle change. When I was first attacked publicly about my body, it wasn't just random gossip, it was political. They attempted to reduce me to the body part, she explained. But I didn't ask for an apology. I didn't respond with outrage because I'm not here for validation. Not from men whose best ideas expired 2 decades ago. These same men are the ones who openly praise or pursue lighter skin, slimmer body, who wear skimpy clothing and tight jeans than I ever do. So the issue was never modesty, it was audacity. The audacity of a woman who looks like me, talks like me, and stands tall in her full self without shrinking for their comfort, Burchell noted. The PNP candidate said that the hyperfixation on her looks even extended to her inner circle, who often encouraged her to mirror this status. Even people close to me, wanting to protect me from the chaotic political world, advised me to dress more seriously. They say things like, you're going out there, you have to wear more serious clothing, or tone it down, look like a politician. But I reject the idea that leadership must come wrapped in a grey suit, a flat tone, and a shrunken self, Burchell noted. She explained that her reason for entering into representational politics was directly related to the fact that many politicians sitting in Garden House are out of touch with the lived experience of many Jamaicans. This campaign is not about body politics. I am not here to launch a body positivity movement. I'm here because the people of St. James South deserve a representative who will fix what's broken, she explained. Our roads are falling apart, our communities need reliable water supply, our farmers lack access to markets, our youth need space to learn, play, and dream, our women need real access to land titles and business support, and our entire region deserves investment in schools, clinics, proper housing, and the restoration of our rich heritage, including places like Flagstaff and the legacy of national hero Sam Sharp, she continued. Burchell argued that traits considered feminine have value in political arena and can only push Jamaica forward, particularly in the era of economic growth. I don't hide my femininity because I know what it offers, and it is in this way I am deeply connected to the women I inspire to represent, women who sell wigs, lashes, and skincare products, women who use zip mail to send their goods across the island, women who want to register their business but can't afford the trip to Kingston or find a functional parish office, Burchell noted. These women are entrepreneurs, contributors, creators, but they're excluded from the formal economy because of a system that still refuses to evolve. That's why I enter politics, not to play pretend into being a man's world, but to change the rules entirely, she added. To subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.